Take it
So,
away.
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, and all assembled company, welcome to the World Storytelling Cafe. I'm very excited to introduce one of the greatest storytellers all around the globe, Baba C. It's Friday and it's time for stories. And welcome, please welcome, Baba C.
Thank you, Omar. That was very good. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. Thank you. All right. So, for those who don't know, I am Baba C. I am an interactive griot master storyteller, and I'm based in Washington, D.C., which is the nation's capital in the United States of America. Pray for us, please. But anyhow, um, I'm excited. I wanted to share some things about Kwanzaa. Yes, I know Kwanzaa is officially over. But one of the nice things about celebrating Kwanzaa is that at the end of the 7 days, Kwanzaa goes from December 26th to January 1st. And it is the intro to a brand new year. And we practice the 7 principles of Kwanzaa all year long. So I don't do lectures, but I want to share some information, and then I want to share my Kwanzaa story. And then, if time permits, I have a really funny story I want to share, and I apologized ahead of time for the punny story. But there are lots of holidays. This year we had Hanukkah, we had Christmas. Gima is coming up, which is the Ethiopian Christmas. I think I got that right. And we have all kinds of celebrations coming up. And most celebrations are based on either religious or hero worship. But Kwanzaa is different. Kwanzaa is a culturally based celebration, and it was introduced back in 1966 by the Honorable Malangi Karinga. I just massacred his name. I've been saying it right all day long until just a moment ago. And he introduced it back because in the United States, everybody, I know people say everybody, but today I'm saying everybody, had a celebration that they could call their own. I mean, we had we had St. Patrick's Day. There were Chinese New Year's, just to name a couple. There was Columbus Day, but we're not going to really talk about that. Now we have Indigenous People Day. But back in the day, pun intended, there was not a celebration that said us, as in African Americans. And so the Honorable Dr. Karenge said, we need to change that. And so he developed a celebration that is now known as Kwanzaa, based on African traditions. And Kwanzaa means first harvest. But Kwanzaa, as we practice it as a holiday, is spelled Kwanzaa. There's an extra A in there. And the story goes that during the very first celebration, they had made up cards for children to hold up and spelling Kwanzaa. And they only had 6 cards, but they had 7 children. And so someone was very, very rapidly thinking on their feet, and they put an extra A at the end of Kwanzaa, gave it to the child to participate, because remember, this is the first one, and they held up. So Kwanzaa, as we celebrate as a holiday, has 7 letters in it. All right. So on Kwanzaa, what we do is I was trying to get my other camera to work so you could see it better. Behind me are 7 candles. There's a black one, there are 3 red ones, and there are 3 green ones, and they're sitting in a candle holder called the Kanara. And the 7 candles represent the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Now, I have all 7 candles lit right now, but traditionally what we do is that on the first day of Kwanzaa, we light the black candle. The black candle represents the people. The red candle represents our struggles and the blood of the people. And the green candles represent the land, the riches, wealth, and the prosperity and future. So every day we light a candle. The first day of Kwanzaa is Umoja, which stands for unity. And on that day, we practice we practice things that bring us together as one. What is that old saying? United we stand. So we light the black candle. And I have a slight different variation on it. I have 8 candles because I have 2 black candles. Now, in the background, you see those candles. And I was doing a presentation the other day, and the kid said, "Are those fake candles?" I said, "No, they're battery-powered candles." Oh, now the same kid that asked me if it was fake candles, pardon me for a moment. So this is a battery-powered candle. So I was doing an after-school program, and then just when they called us in and said, "Would you like to blow out a candle?" His eyes got wide. He said, "Yes." So this is what I did. I brought the candle up to him, and he blew, and I turned the candle off. Eyes got wide, and every child in the aftercare program wanted to blow out a candle, and we let them do it. In fact, some we let blow out twice. Anyhow, so the first day we light the black candle. Pardon my back or my side for a moment. And someone may say, "Well, why do you have electric powered candles or battery powered candles?" Because in a lot of spaces, you have to have a permit to light candles. Yes, believe it or not, you have to have a permit to light candles. And so the workaround is battery powered candle. So on the next day, we have Kukichagalia, which is self-determination, because you're the master of your faith, but you must determine who you are. You must be sure of yourself. You must decide that this is who you are and what you want to do. It reminds me of an old saying that says, "Other people's opinions of me are absolutely none of my business." Now, I have a caveat in that, as long as it does not interfere in what I do. So on the second day, we light a black candle, then a red candle, and then for each day of the, you have to pardon me. I have all this information I want to share, and it's lining up, and I have to remind myself, you can think 1,000 thoughts at a time, but you can only express one at a time. So every day we light a candle. So the first day it's the black one, then a red one. Third day it's the black one, red one, and green one, and we alternate. And so the other days are Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. I call it teamwork. Ujima, some people say Ujama, which is cooperative economics, supporting businesses that support us, supporting businesses that respect our community. Then we have Nia, which is purpose. What is your purpose? Why are you here? You can define that. Like we know that Louis is here to encourage all of us to be here and to be happy and to remind us of when we were younger and to aspire those who are younger than Louis of what they can be as they get older. So that is the purpose. Kaumba, which is creativity. They say that there's nothing new under the sun. Things just come in new packages. But be creative. Poetry, writing, dancing, music, singing, telling stories on worldstorytellingcafe.com. You know. The last day is Imani, which is faith. There's another old saying that says, "We walk not by sight, but by faith." And on the 7th day of Kwanzaa, we gather at a friend's place or a community center, sometimes a restaurant, and we have we eat good food. I like mac and cheese, hint, hint. And we drink. Well, if you're an adult, you drink what you drink. If you're a child, fruit juice, water, etc., etc. And we gather, and if we're at a friend's place, we help tidy up if necessary, and we enjoy food and fellowship, and we give out zawadi. Zawadi means gift. What I like about Kwanzaa is that it's one gift. You give one gift, just one gift to the various people, but you can only give one gift. And it's not based on what's the biggest, baddest, newest thing around. It's based on if it's a child, something they've earned or will appreciate, and if it's a friend or an adult, again, something that is heartfelt, and you share that. You have the candle holder, and I don't know if you can see that dark cup behind me. That's called the Unity Cup. And prior to COVID-19, we would pass the Unity Cup around and take a sip out of it, because it's the Unity Cup, bring us together. We don't do that anymore. We symbolically take a sip from it, and some people provide a Unity Cup for everybody who's a separate Unity cup for everybody that's there. Unity cups are usually made from wood, metal. Some people make it from glass. I actually have two Unity cups up here. I have this one, and then I have that one. That's a Unity cup as well. The candles and the candle holder are sitting on top of a straw mat, and that mat represents the foundation. Because before you can have anything, you have to have a foundation. The World Storytelling Cafe has a strong foundation, as it was discovered during the unfortunate earthquake last year. Yes. And the foundation has to be strong, because if you have a weak foundation and you have a house, it will fall in. If you have a weak foundation and it's a cultural event or historical event or whatever, you have to have a strong foundation to hold up everything. I don't know if you can see my corn, the Mazeo, and corn represents children, and traditionally there are at least 2 ears of corn representing boy and girl. And when I give out Zawadi, it's upside down. I give out Mancala, which is an old game. I know it as a Wari. I call it the game of 1,000 names and 1,000 different ways to be played. So that's a brief overview. Because like I said, I don't like doing lectures, but that's a brief overview. And what I like about it is that every day I light a candle and I do my best to do something that represents that particular principle of the day. And it's really a lot of fun. Oh, there's a greeting. And so if if someone says Habari Gani, that means what's the good news? On the first day, you go Habari Gani, Umoja. The second day, Habari Gani, Kujichagalia, and so forth and so forth. A friend of mine asked me the other day, and Kwanzaa's now over, he said, Habari Gani. I said, friendship. The good news is friendship, because friends are truly a treasure and a gift. So that's kind of my overview. Before I do my story, are there any questions? Louis said, no questions. But if you have any questions, ask me. If I don't know the answer, I'll find someone who does. All right, so I'm going to tell you a story about the children of Anansi. It's one of my favorite stories, and I'm learning to incorporate it all year round. But in this story, we're going to find the children of Anansi are going to use all of the. I'm getting all these little prompts popping up on my screen. With the children of Anansi, we're going to find. Excuse me, I'm trying to get rid of these prompts. They're distracting me. All right. Thank you for the applause, Waleed. Thank you very, very much. But if one last time, going. If you have any questions about what I've said so far, and if you need me to slow down, let me know that too, because I know I talk very fast. All right. So this is interactive. I'm not quite sure how we're going to work this out, but when I do like this, that means you have a line, and you have to listen closely so you know what your line is. And so let me introduce the children of Anansi. There was the eldest child, and his name was Organizer. He was also bossy. He was always telling people what to do. No, not that way, not that way, not that way. How many times do I have to tell you it is done this way? Then there was Stone Thrower. Stone Thrower always had a stone in his hand and loved to pitch that stone. But you know what? He had immaculate, when he threw a stone at someplace, pop, he always hit his target. There was Dancer, who loved to dance. And when Dancer danced, the only dancer could dance. When Dancer danced, magical things would happen. There was Road Builder, and Road Builder loved to go exploring. But often where Road Builder wanted to go, there were no roads. So Road Builder would build a road. Thum, 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 thum. And let me see. There was also See Far Away. Now, See Far Away, See Far Away wore glasses, or should have, because See Far Away couldn't see anything close. See Far Away would bump into his own shadow. But See Far Away could see things far away. See Far Away and say, look! And the other children go, what? And see far away say, there. And they go, where? And see far away go, there. They say, I don't see anything. And see far away would go, that's because it's far away. Oh. Then there was Hunter. His actual name was Game Hunter, but we're going to call him Hunter. And Hunter was known because Hunter was always hungry. Hunter, he took after his daddy Anansi. Hunter was either just eating, about to eat, or planning to eat. Hunter was hungry. So these are the children of Anansi. Now, Anansi has 3 legs? No. 12 legs? No. How many legs does Anansi have, Louis? Unmute. Unmute yourself, Louis, and tell everybody.
8 legs.
He has 8 legs. Yes, 8 legs. Thank you, Louis. And so Anansi loved to go walking, which was strange because he was a very lazy fellow. Anansi was so lazy, some people say he didn't even cast a shadow. That's just how lazy he was. But Anansi loved to go walking. He would go walking. And because he had 8 legs, he could switch up. He could walk on the 2 in the back or the 2 in the middle. He just loved, and he'd just walk. But for a long time, for a long time, he went walking, and his children got worried. And they said, where is Father? And they looked at each other and went, I don't know. So we're going to try an experiment. I'm going to say, where is Father? You guys are going to unmute and go, I don't know. Get ready. Start unmuting now. Where is Father?
I don't know.
Oh, excellent. This is great. I love it. And so they were really getting worried. Now, here's you guys. I'm an interactive storyteller, so I'm adapting the story as I go along. Whenever you hear organizer go, I have an idea, you have to go, figures. And organizer said, I have an idea.
Figures.
Figures.
And so he said, see far away, and see far away stepped forward. And he said to see far away, see far away, see far away, see how far away you can see far away and find our Father. So see far away, so far away that way, see far away, so far away that way, see far, so far away that way, see far away. And then finally see what's far away said, there. And all the children went, where? Everybody go, where?
Where?
Might as well stay unmuted because you got another line coming up. And see far away said, there. And everybody said, I don't see anything.
I don't see
I don't
anything.
see anything.
That's because he's far away. Everybody go,
That's because he's far away. Oh, figures.
So then, see far away said, oh no, eagle has our father. The eagle's gonna eat our father up. Now in Africa, an eagle could be bigger than Baba C's hand. They get to be real big. But for this story, we're gonna say that Anansi was as big as a man. And the eagle had him. And all the children looked at each other and said, what are we gonna do? And everybody said, I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
And organizer said, I have an idea.
Figures.
Figures.
That's right, figures. And he said, Dancer? And Dancer stepped forward. He said, Dancer, dancers will dance. And so Dancer, only Dancer could dance. When Dancer, only Dancer could dance. The magic was the children of Anansi began to ascend in the air and began to float and see far away pointing the direction, and they began to float toward their father. And they were getting closer and closer and closer. An organizer went, stone thrower, and stone thrower stepped forward. He said, stone thrower, take a stone and knock that eagle out of the sky and free our father. And so stone thrower took a stone and went, and the stone went pop right between the eagle's eyes. And the eagle, but he dropped Anansi. And Anansi fell. He was very far up. and he fell into a river. And he went splash, bloop, 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 bloop. Everybody go bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Now everybody go. That's the noise. Oh, y'all being too shy. I know you've made that noise before. That's okay, though. And all the children went, oh, no, what are we going to do? Everybody say, I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
And organizer said, I have an idea.
Figures.
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 And he said, dancer, stop dancing. So dancer stopped dancing, the dancer only dancer could dance. And when dancer stopped dancing, the dancer only dancer could dance. The children of Anansi began to float toward the ground, and they landed. But they knew what direction their father had fallen in. But there was no road to take him that way. And the children looked at each other and said, what are we going to do? And they all went,
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
all right. I have an idea.
Figures.
Figures.
And he said, road builder, and road builder stepped forward. He said, road builder, build us a road and take us to Baba. Baba means father in Swahili. Actually, Baba means father in many, many languages. And so road builder began to build a road. Thump, 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 thump. Gotta be starting thump thing. Gotta be starting thump thing. I know that's very, very bad. Thump, 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 thump. And road builder built a road all the way to the edge of the river where Anansi had fallen in. And Anansi, like most spiders, he was just being cool like that, and he was just floating on top of the river. And the children of Anansi were happy, yay! Because they're there for the work. Everybody can go, yay!
Yay.
But just as they were going, yay, a great big fishy come up out of the water and swallow him whole. Everybody do that. And now everybody go, oh no!
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
What are we gonna do?
What we
I
gonna
don't
do?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Oh no.
No.
And then organizer said, I have an idea. Everybody?
Figures.
Figures, yes. And so he said, River Drinker, because they had a brother named River Drinker. And River Drinker stepped forward. He said, River Drinker, drink that river dry, which is why they called him River Drinker. And River Drinker began to drink. Hey, he was a dude. He made that kind of noise. What can I say? And he drank so much river that he could hear the ocean in his stomach. And there on the bottom of the dry riverbed was the great big fishy flopping around. What did you do? Everybody, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have an idea.
Figures.
Figures.
And then he called on Game Hunter. Now, when Game Hunter stepped forward, all of his siblings stepped back because Game Hunter was always hungry. In fact, one time Game Hunter was so hungry, he ate the entire Sahara forest.
There's no Sahara forest.
I know. You're probably saying, but it's a desert. Yes, it is now. So he ate the entire. Then Game Hunter jumped down, took out his machete, never left home without it, grabbed the great big fishy, and he split it open. And out popped Anansi. Oh, what took you so long? Now I smell like fish. But then Anansi realized his children had gone through a lot of things to save him. He said, I have the best children in the whole wide world. I know you went through a lot to save me. So we're going to go home. We're going to cook this great big fishy, and we're going to have fufu and couscous and peanut butter stew, except for those who are allergic to it, don't eat it. And we're going to have a party. I'm going to drink palm wine, and you're going to drink palm juice. Oh, we're going to have a party. See, a party is what you go to. A party is what you are. And so he said, dance us home. And so dancer only could dance and dance. And when dancer and only dancer could dance, the children of Anansi and Anansi began to float. And they floated all the way back to their compound, all the way back to their home. Yes, dance, someone wrote in the chat. Dance, yes. So when they got there, dancer stopped dancing, the dancer dances that only dancer could dance. And when dancer stopped dancing, the dance that only dancer could dance, the children of Anansi and Anansi floated to the ground. And they made a great big barbecue pit. They didn't call it barbecue back then. And they roasted the fish, and they were having a good time. They had music and dancing and eating. Oh man. They ate so much, their shadows gained weight. Yeah. Oh, anyhow. So after a while, Anansi said, I got the bestest, the brightest, the most wonderful, most intelligent children in the whole wide world. I must do something to celebrate. I know I'm going to make something special and give it to the child that did the most to save my life. So Anansi went outside and began to pluck things out of the darkness. He plucked little bits and bits of light out of the darkness. Now, in the neighborhood where I grew up, they said he was plucking out fireflies. I don't know, but he was plucking out something, and he made a great big ball of light that glowed in the dark. And then he went back inside and said, I will give this ball of light that glows in the dark to the child that did the most to save my life. Talk amongst yourself. I'm going to go outside, and you make that decision, and I'll be back. And so he went outside. And the children of Anansi, now you guys got to keep up with me. Take your mute buttons off, because you're going to have a lot to say in this time around. And the children of Anansi looked at each other, and they all said, I deserve the light.
I deserve the light.
I deserve the light.
And
I
they all
deserve
went,
the
no, you
light.
don't.
Oh, no, you don't.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
yes.
Oh,
I do.
no, you
Yes,
don't.
I do.
Oh, yes, I
Oh,
do.
no, you
I
don't.
do.
No, you don't.
No, you
I
don't.
do.
No,
Everybody go,
not this
yes, I do.
time.
No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you
Yes, I
don't.
do.
No, I don't. Yes.
I see red.
Sorry about that.
Is that one of the children?
Yes.
It's me, it's me.
And they kept arguing. And organizers said, no, I deserve the ball of light because I told you what to do. Everybody say, no, you don't.
No,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
you
you
don't.
Yes, I do.
Nope.
No, you don't.
And then Dancer stepped up and said, I danced that dance. I took us to Baba. I deserve the ball of light. Everybody, no, you don't.
No,
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
Yes, I
No,
do.
You don't.
No, you
No,
don't.
You
No,
don't.
you
And then
don't.
Stone Thrower stepped up and said, you know what? I had a stone like this earlier today. I knocked an eagle out of the sky who was far, far away, not up close like any of you. I deserve the ball of light. And they all looked at the stone and they thought about it. Then they thought about that beautiful ball of light and they worked up their nerves and they said, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
No, you
don't.
And then See Faraway stepped up and said, I don't see how any of you could even say that because I saw where Baba was and I'm the one that led us to Baba. I deserve the light. Everybody know you don't.
No, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
No.
And before See Faraway could say, yes, I do, River Drinker stepped up. And River Drinker said, I drank so much river today that I can hear the ocean in my stomach. I deserve the ball of light. Everybody, what do you say?
No,
No, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
you
you
don't.
don't.
And then Road Builder stepped up and said, y'all going nowhere fast. I built that road. I took us to Baba. I took us to Baba. I deserve the ball of light. And they said,
No, you don't.
No.
yes, I do.
No, you
No,
don't.
You don't.
And then Hunter stepped forward. And when Hunter stepped forward, everybody else stepped back. Because it's rumored there used to be 8 of them. I don't know about any of that. I'm just telling you what the rumor was. And they remembered the Sahara forest.
Forest.
Yes, Norman, I know it's a desert, but that was because he
I
ate
remember
up
the forest too.
and you know what?
hungry.
He even ate up the Forrest Gump, but that's another story. So that's a bad joke, bad joke, bad joke. So they looked at him and he said, "See this machete? I'm the one that cut that fish open. I'm the one that saved Baba. My machete, my appetite, I deserve the ball of light." And they thought about it for a moment because he looked hungry. And they thought about it and they thought about it. And Louis, what did all of them say?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
That's right. They said, "No, you don't." Well, they kept going. Now, everybody unmute and everybody go, "No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do."
Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do.
No, yes, you do. No, you don't. No,
No, you
yes, you do.
don't.
No, you
And
don't.
these
No,
organizers,
no, no, yes, you do.
We are the Nazis' children. We don't argue like this. We're not baby's kids. Some of you will get that later. We are the Nazis' children. We must work together. And so they got into a huddle and they started whispering. That's the way I whisper. I don't whisper very well. So a Nazi came back in with a ball of light. He said, "Which of my children deserve the ball of light?" Now, when I say 3, I want you to, all of you, I want you to unmute and go, "We all do because we work together." You're going to say, "We all do because we work together." 1, 2, 3.
We all do
because
because we
work
work together.
together.
Now, this time say it like you got a pay raise.
We
all do
Together.
together.
All right. And a Nazi went, "You all deserve the ball of light? You all deserve the ball of light? But there are 7 of you. I only have the 1 ball of light, and I cannot split it in 7 parts." And the Nazi, he pondered and he pondered and he thought and he thought and he pondered and he pondered and he thought and he thought. And then he got an idea. He went to each of his children and he took a little bit of magic, because these are Nazi's children. He took a little bit of magic. He took a little bit of magic, took a little bit of magic, took a little bit of magic. And then he went up to one that was called "Cute Sir, My President King Louis." And he took some magic, he took so much magic, the ball of light grew and grew and grew and grew, and it was soon too big to have in the house. So he quickly went outside and he flung the ball of light into the night sky. And he flung it so hard it got up in the night sky and it got stuck. Or as a friend of mine would say, it got stuck-a-did. It got stuck in the night sky. And to this day, if you look at the night sky on certain nights, you can see this great big silvery ball of light that glows in the dark. And you know what? Well, I got ready to say, you know what they call it, but I don't do that anymore. I was at a school. I said, "And you know what they call that ball of light that glows in the dark?" And a teacher went, "The sun." True story. I'm like, "Oh, Lord, no. No, we call it the moon." And to this day, the moon is up in the night sky as a reminder that a Nazi has the brightest, most biggest, most beautiful, most thoughtful, most intelligent children in the whole wide world. And you see, they had used the principles of Kwanzaa. They used Umoja, which was unity, because they worked together. They used Kukichagulia because they were determined to save their father. They used Ujima, collective work and responsibility, i.e. teamwork. They use Ujama or Ujama, cooperative economics. In this case, we would call it sweat equity. And they use Nia because their purpose was to save their father. And in order to save their father, they had to use Kuumba, creativity, to find creative ways to use their talents to rescue their Baba, their father. And most of all, they had faith. They may not have known how they were going to save their father, but they never lost sight of the fact that they were going to save their father. And they had Imani, faith. Those are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. And this story has been about the children of Anansi, Nancy, Asante. That's one of my favorite stories. I love telling it. I was at a gathering the other day, and it was a gathering of adults. And they said, "You're going to tell the Anansi story?" I said, "Which one?" "The one where the children save their father." I'm like, "Oh, okay. We'll do that. We'll do that." So that's the children of Anansi. Anybody have any questions or comments? Now's the time to question or comment. Anybody?
It really sounds like you're saying Nazi every time you say a Nazi.
Well, you know what? In some parts of the world, he's known as Nancy. But I talk very fast, so sometimes it comes out Nancy. So I did a check. I did it in reverse. In Africa, he's a Nancy. In the islands around the Americas, he's a Nancy. In the American South, not to be confused with South America, but in the American South, he was Nancy or Aunt Nancy. Because in the American South, a lot of people say aunt instead of aunt, so Aunt Nancy. And
not Aunt Nazi. I think Frankie thought you might be saying Nazi. You know, like
you mean the bad guys?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, I apologize if it sounded like I was saying that. No. Thank you, Lucy, because that's not what I got to get my bionics checked out. No. But that's because I talk very fast. Yes, Norman.
Its ear is a trickster too, and you got to
Yes, it
be
is.
careful when your ears are dancing around,
All right. Manny
whatever
just said
that means.
it was an eerie thing. Oh, isn't there an Erie Canal? That was a
Right
double
next
pun.
to the Peculiar Canal.
Oh, okay. Maddie said, "Fantastic. I haven't been able to interact as I am traveling, but that was great. Thank you. Look forward to meeting some of you in Marrakesh. We look forward to meeting you as well." So it's Anansi. And yeah, I apologize if you heard the bad word, because no.
That would make no sense.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make any sense. But that's one of my favorite stories. And I love that story. I even tell it when it's not Kwanzaa, because it's about siblings working together. Like, I have brothers and sisters. I am the eldest, but they don't listen to me. They're always telling me what to do. And I had to tell them, "I changed your diapers. You didn't change mine." But I have a brother that's 10 years my junior. He says, "Yeah, but that will change soon." So I had to banish him. But yeah. Okay, so I think I got time for one more quick story. And I apologize ahead of time for this story. But I want, and Norman, don't give the ending away, because you've heard me tell this before. So think hot dogs and hamburgers and sandwiches and stuff. You see, a long time ago.
Baba, see, what do you do if you're a vegan?
Say again?
What
They
do you
have
do if
vegan
you're a
hot
vegan?
dogs. They have vegan hot dogs. In
Okay,
fact, when we
all
finish,
right.
I'm gonna have a
That's good.
vegan chicken sandwich, and it's good.
Good. Just thought I'd check.
Yes, no. No. You know what? If I walked into a place and I ordered meat, the place would probably lose it, because everybody knows he's a vegetarian that sometimes eats fish. But that would make me pescatarian. But the last time I told someone I was pescatarian, they said, "Oh, how long have you been Presbyterian?" No. But anyhow, so in this Kijiji, that means village. In this, I like your emoji, Lucy. In this Kijiji, there was a tradition of once a year, somebody in the community would throw a great big party, feed everybody in the community, and that's what they did, because they looked out for each other. But one year, it fell upon a man who had rather gone through some really bad misfortunes, to be the one who was supposed to feed his neighbors. But this man, I mean, he didn't have a pot to cook in. He had sold all of his furniture and all of his belongings in order just to get by. So he had nothing but an empty house, and in the corner of one of the rooms in his house was this old great big helmet. And he didn't know what he was going to do. I mean, he didn't have a pot. So he took the helmet and he cleaned it out real good, made it all nice and shiny. He built a fire. He filled the helmet with water, and he searched and he searched and he searched. He found a little old shriveled carrot. He found an onion, and he found he found some potatoes, and he found a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and he put it in the pot. Correction, he put it in the helmet, and he found some herbs, and he sprinkled the herbs in it, and he stirred it, and he was so embarrassed, he didn't know what he was going to do. And he made this kind of like gruel, and he tasted it, and but it was all he had. And he just hoped his neighbors would be understanding. And so grabbing some tea towels, I think that's what they say in the UK, grabbing some tea towels, he grabbed this great big helmet, and he stepped through the door of his house into his backyard. And when he stepped through the doors of his house into the backyard, that little watery gruel turned into a thick, aromatic, delicious stew. And as he began to ladle out the stew, no matter how much he served from the stew, the helmet never went empty. And he served everybody. They came back for seconds and thirds and fourths. And there was even rumored that Anansi got his stomach full. Yes, yes. And he served and served. And at the end of the gathering, everybody talked about how that was the best stew they had ever had, how delicious it was. And they thanked him and thanked him. And he prayed and thanked for the miracle. But it was so good that even to this day, people say, when you bring out the helmet, you bring out the best. So those who are into sandwiches and stuff, yes, Mike. And for those that English is not the first your first language, in this country, in America, in fact, in England, in Great Britain, there is a brand of mayonnaise called Hellman. And when you bring out the Hellman, you bring out the best. So when you bring out the helmet, you bring out the best. Okay. I think my time is just about up. Does anybody know what's coming up besides the fantastic storytelling festival? My brain is racing. You have to excuse me. I'm thinking about the trip. I'm thinking about all the stuff I still have to do to get ready for the trip, and I be tripping, which means I'm going to have to do another story called Ibuprofen, but that's another story. I know Mike got that one, but anyhow, any questions?
Well, I can tell you what's coming up actually, because we're going to try to broadcast on the site as much as possible of the festival. So we're going to put a festival program up within the next few days, and we'll identify which of the sessions will be broadcast live on the site. It won't be like this that you can join in the Zoom, unfortunately. It will be broadcast, but our online community will be able to see a lot of the festival. And then in addition, we'll have lots of other sessions that are recorded. Even if they don't go out live, they'll be recorded and they'll be on the site to look at on catch up. So we're hoping, technical gremlins permitting, to have an awful lot of the festival available for our online community who are not able to travel.
All right, that sounds like fun, and I will be there. I am so excited, and I'm beyond excited. And my friends, I have one friend that keeps asking me, when are you going to go? When you go? I don't know if they're trying to get rid of me or what. But anyhow, yeah, I'm excited about being there. And I invite everybody that can attend the festival to please do so. And those that can't, check us out online, et cetera, et cetera. I can either stop now or tell one quick story. Yes, Norman. You got to unmute, Norman.
I got a quick announcement. Have you got a story you're telling?
Let's hear your announcement, and if I have time, I will. And if I don't, that's okay.
Well, okay, I have an announcement. There was a special in Canada, on the west coast of Canada, among the Haida people, a woman named Kung Jadi got in a canoe, and she paddled across Canada in a magic canoe because it flew through the air. And in Ontario, she picked up Norman Perrin because he's a storyteller. And then in Montreal, she picked up Stephanie Beneteau because she's a storyteller. And anybody who's in the magic canoe can fly through the air, and because they can tell stories. And then they picked up in Nova Scotia, they picked up Eleanor Bennett, Eleanor and her husband Ron, because they're storytellers too. And so when they got into that canoe flew all the way over, and it's on its way slowly, because
But
it's a
surely.
lot of people in it, to Marrakesh. The story full of canoe full of stories. And
All
since I
right.
just made it up on the fly, if no pun intended, my apologies for the awkwardness. But I'm looking forward to seeing you, Bubba C, and Mike, and everyone, and Omar. Good Lord, you're all showing up. Are you coming to Sir Louis? If you're not there, you'll be there in spirit. So anyways, that's my little announcement.
So we've
All
got
right.
the landing of the canoe in the Jamalfna has been planned in the festival program. So we're looking
Oh,
forward
okay,
to
then good. I don't want to miss my spot. No, or the thing is, the trick I have is if you tell stories, you can fly in the canoe. Oh, that means everybody who tells stories can go.
Well,
That's a big canoe.
Well, the thing is, there's a big. The nice thing about the square is it's kind of a big target to, for the landing. I think hopefully you're going to be able to navigate the approach.
Oh, okay, a
safely.
landing path, eh? And
All right.
that would be wonderful because, well, anyways, I'll talk to more about that there. But my light to guide by is the cafe clock, and because I'm told that's where stories were being told, even when not other stories were not being told. There, people will understand what I'm talking about. So
No,
I'm
that's
I'm
definitely right. The revival 100% started in Cafe Clock, and we're really pleased that they're going to be a big part of the festival too.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm very happy to hear that. And because I'm looking forward to. Did you know that in the 2 times I've been there, I've not actually sat there and at the Cafe Clock and said, "Oh, I'm in the Cafe Clock." I'm looking forward to giving it a proper visit next time.
all right. Well, for those who are just joining us, we're getting ready to go about our various other activities
sorry.
today. Today is Fantastic Friday. I'm wishing everybody a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. My name is Bubba C. I'm a griot and master storyteller. I'm in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, that is, of the United States of America. Pray for us. And I look forward to joining Mike and Lucy and Omar and Waleed and all the other fantastic people in Marrakesh soon and very soon. And on that note, I guess I should say adieu or I don't. And thank you, Louis, for showing up. You always add something very, very special when we get together. So we want to really, really thank Louis. Everybody give Louis a round of applause because he's our resident youth. He really makes a difference. So yay, Louis.
I think
And
Louis
Louis,
wanted
I'm
to
saying
say
it in
something.
advance. Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
Louis,
happy
do
Do you want to
18th.
say something, Louis?
Bubba C, I've got a special question for you.
Okay.
Oh, you were my favorite storyteller. But what's your favorite story to tell everyone in the cafe?
What is my favorite story to tell?
Yeah.
Okay, listen very carefully.
Okay.
My favorite story in the whole wide world is whatever story I'm telling at the moment.
That's nice.
Because I know so many stories and I love them. Of course, Anansi, the Children of Anansi is one of my favorites, but I have so many stories. What makes a story my favorite is the way the audience responds. So my favorite story is the story I'm telling. Oh, but I do have a kind of special story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Baba rap, which I didn't do this time,
Okay.
and it's signifying monkey, because they go way, 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 way back with me, and yeah. So I owe you a story, Louis,
Can we
because
get a Baba,
signifying
Baba?
monkey.
Can we get a Baba rap before we say goodnight?
Yes, we can, but I need you guys when I do like this. I need you to unmute and go C, and it doesn't matter whether or not it's synchronized. Okay.
Okay, I do your drum beat.
Okay. So this is my Baba rap that I had developed because kids wanted to call me everything but my name. And I didn't, if you tell little ones don't do something, that's what they do. So here's my Baba rap.
Louis, don't play the drums.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's do.
Louis, ignore Mike.
No, but that's because Baba says when you tell something to
play
do
the drums,
do the opposite.
don't you?
Oh, I got that. Hey, Louis, you can play. We'll play with it. So no, Louis, he was telling you to do the opposite, so you can play the drums. We'll see what happens. So here's how it starts out. Listen to the rhythm first, Louis. From Africa to the American South, magical words flow from my mouth. What the sun and the moon, they live in the sky. The signifying monkey got caught in his lies. Anansi's lazy, but the spider's not crazy. When history gets hazy, I don't let it phase me. I'm the grill out the shade, the jail, the tell the stories, the big and the tall. I tell it all. Some of them try to grill, but they can't grill like this. Some of them try to grill, but they can't. Because I'm the baba da baba da baba da baba da baba da baba. The baba da baba da baba da baba da baba da baba C. The baba da baba da baba da baba da baba da baba C. The baba da baba da baba da baba da baba da baba C. Because I celebrate and educate and fascinate. Because I fascinate and educate and celebrate. Because I celebrate and educate and fascinate. Because I fascinate and educate and celebrate. I'm the baba da baba da baba da baba da baba da baba C. The baba da baba da baba da baba da baba C. The baba da baba da baba da baba da baba C.
C.
Baba C. I'm the Baba C and not the Baba A, but Afrocentric is my way. I'm the Baba C and not the Baba B, but black and beautiful is what I be. I'm the Baba C caring constantly. I'm the Baba C caring constantly. I'm the Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba C. Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba. The Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba. The Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba da Baba. See ya.
See you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Louis. Great drums.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With air drum.
Air drum.
Air
Air drums.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, Louis, you just drummed up some more attention. So that was great. But bump.
Thank
But
you, Emma.
that's a bad one.
Thank you,
Say
Willie.
again.
Have a
Thank
safe
you,
journey, guys.
Norman. Louis.
Safe journey to everyone.
All right. Louis,
Bye, Frankie.
Omar.
Frankie's our daughter, by the way.
I'm their daughter.
Oh, really?
Ah,
All right, daughter. All right.
It's my first time. I've heard a lot about you, Baba C. A lot.
I hope it was good
thing,
stuff.
Of course. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Censored.
All right. Thank you. It was my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Because, and Mike, I am a shy guy, and I figured out what shy stands for. Storyteller, heritage teller, and youthful.
Excellent. Very
So I'm a
good.
shy guy.
Okay.
'Cause no one believes I'm shy.
Maybe you could jump in that canoe as it passes by. Could you divert down, Norman? What do you think?
oh, for sure. The canoe makes trips on a turn of a dime and gives you 9 cents change.
Oh. That's
There'll
good.
be a true North American representation.
Yes.
Norman is the guy who uses the story stone with his
Yes.
stories. I told you about that. Yeah.
Yes, it is, and
Everyone
it
knows
is
that.
in the back of the canoe.
Yeah. Good. Be very stable then.
Oh,
You have
extremely.
stones in the canoe.
I'm sorry?
You have
You have
stones in the canoe.
canoe. That's Mike saying you have stones in the canoe.
Yes.
Just one. Just
Actually, there's a whole bunch of things in that canoe.
one.
Last time
Well-
the canoe carried a whole camel.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Is that why
They
they call it
left it-
Hump Day?
And the camel was left off at the Riyadh Star when Zuhar brought in what did he bring? He brought a camel and a lion and a donkey. And he made up a story about all three of them. And then when the story was made up, he loaded all three of them onto the story stone and it went off flying. And I hope to bring a copy of that for him. I've written the story out. It's just needs to be fancied up a bit with maybe a presentation of some sort. I'm saying way too much here, I know, but
Well, that's what we storytellers do,
yes.
you know. So I leave you guys with a semi-serious thought. You know, treat others as you wish to be treated. And if people constantly serve you bitter water, put the water down and step away. Life is too short to drink things that are toxic. Life is too short to surround yourself with negativities. And remember this, friendship is a two-way road. If you're friends to someone who's not friends to you, you're a commodity, not a friend. Remember, it never hurts to be kind. It never hurts to be yourself, although sometimes the world isn't ready for you. But that's the world's challenge, not yours. My name is Baba C, and I thank you for this marvelous hour and opportunity. Yes, Mike, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, the people listening on Facebook and other social media. Everybody take care. I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm going to say to be continued. Until the next time.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Fun.
Bye.
Louis!
Yes, Baba C.
Yes. One day, Louis, you and I are going to have to meet and hang out.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna eventually anyway, but I will.
No, Lucy, we don't know what they charge for canoe rides.
Never mind.
Okay, Wally, you got me. You're right. See, out.
Bye, Baba C. I'll see you next time. It's my birthday.
Bye.
Next time.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
That was fun. See you out. I don't see my out button, so you're going to have to take us out.